Alright, folks, we are back for round number 2 on the draw again with a solid one. Definitely do like the Supreme Verdict against the green deck, and Malik should give us enough time where Verdict just cleans the board and make us not die, but this is quite a lot of mana on turn, on turn 2. Like at the second time in a row we are facing 4 mana with only 1 mana on our side. Damn, stop it with the wheels! Oh my god! This is crazy, like will we get wheeled every single game? And this hand was good too, I did not want to discard it. Damn, I mean Treachery should be good if we get enough lands. Mage is probably decent, but damn it. What's going on with the fast mana with the fast mana wheel thing? Like everyone's doing that today. Jeez. You know, I wish I could play a game where both players have 7 cards and then the same amount of mana. Not 7, 7, and one is on 1 mana and the other on 4. That's crazy. The funny thing too is that, I mean, Strip Mine is certainly not funny. It might just cost us the game, but there's not a ton we can do about that. The funny thing though is that, yeah, it really happened twice in a row against very, very different decks. Garruk is a big problem as we don't have any way to deal with Planeswalker right now, and we are mana screwed and miles behind on board and on everything. Oh my god, this is the nightmare. Yeah. Well, I guess we just kill the beast and pass. I mean, doesn't really deal with Garruk per se, but it do buy us a little bit of time. I guess our hope this game is to probably Treachery something really strong, and yeah, or maybe just never get to cast anything. Yeah, that's another hope. My god, stop, man. Oh god. I've played quite a bit of Vintage Cube in my life and in the last couple of weeks because, you know, it was the Vintage Cube. You know, it's been available for, I think, a little bit more than 10 days now. And I don't think I've seen 2 games that were so unfair mana-wise than the 2 we just had. Like, what the hell? Somehow I'm still on 1 land while my opponent is on 6 mana and I did not miss a single land drop. Really? This is a little bit annoying. Though I guess I don't have any creature in the graveyard now, so... Black Lotus, hello there. I can do some busted mana too. Do we just drop Wormcarl because it's super tough to deal with and it can... I think we drop Wormcarl for 2 reasons. First, it can block the creature with the sword on it, which Dragonlord cannot do. Cool. Oh, well, I guess I can put the sword on a bird, though, so it doesn't resolve that issue. Yeah, I attack with the idea that they would not get to beat down with a sword where they actually can. Then I guess we might just drop a Jutai just to make sure we kill Garruk and hit our land drop. Attacking here was probably wrong though, because now they can sword the bird or anything, get their witness back, strip mine my face. Yeah, that was not good. That was not good. Kinda messed up. Yeah, I was so I was bashing the sword, saying it's not really good and was not looking very good here, but they do have the Witness, which is annoying. Which I guess is another reason to be Dragon Lord, so we can kill Garruk without having to care too much about them chump blocking and whatnot. They can chump block once with the bird, I guess, but there's not a ton we can do about that. They will probably untap 2 land, play Witness, wasteland my island again. I mean, strip mine my island. Yeah, I should not have attacked last turn. This might cost us the game. Definitely not the right play. Damn. I mean, at least we can apply pressure on Garruk, and we've been drawing mana after mana every turn, so... there is that. So the game is not over, but... pretty much everything awful that could have happened so far. I guess I can chump block forever with the bird now. Ugh. And this sword is actually a lot more frustrating to deal with than I anticipated. Damn. If we can hit 5 mana for Treachery, we might end up in a decent spot, but... killing that Witness 2 turns ago was really bad. Yeah. By the way, this is the dream scenario for a Sword of Light and Shadow to be decent. Otherwise, that card is just not very good. I still believe that this card is really... I mean, this sword is really one of the weakest one, and not really where you want to be. But it's been good for them here, so... yeah. There is that. I think we are losing, but it's mostly because of the attack into the Witness and because they started the game with 4 mana when we started the game with 1 mana, basically. And you know there's not a ton you can do about that. Just want to eat my land drop. Is there any value in attacking? Because basically it just costs them 1 mana next turn, and Ojutai can actually block the beast, which is pretty relevant, or at least soak a little bit of damage. Vendor could bounce the sword, or the creature holding it. Yeah, this game has been an uphill battle from the beginning till the end. Because I assume the end will come soon. Damn. We are far behind in every single department. That's crazy. Like, we are 3 mana behind, 5 cards in hand behind, 5 permanent on the board behind. No, I don't know. This might be an it's not as bad as I put it here, but still. I mean, last game someone had a lot more mana and things in hand than we did. We still ended up winning, but here, come on, man. They killed 4 of my mana this game and started with 3 more. Damn. It's not a good day for me. Next turn they will just overrun and kill me. If we attack Garruk, we have less creatures to block. And yeah. And even if we leave the Dragon Lord back, the bird will also have flying. We need to block that. We'll probably have to draw land, bounce the sword, dude. I don't know. I don't even think we can win, but we are certainly not winning if we take 2 damage for no reason. So if we don't draw land, I'm just gonna concede. This game is has been hell. Counterspell doesn't help at all. Alright, GG. Yeah. Some games, especially in Vintage Cube, can feel a little bit unfair. And this was definitely one of these. This is another matchup where I'd rather have Force-Pack than Batterskull, especially in the eyes of the Manglehorn. Still have a Dismal of Artifact, but it's less annoying if they kill these. And I guess I can bring in Pissing Needle, which deals with Thord potentially and Garruk that we saw. I'm not sure what I would cut though. And again, bringing in Artifact against Manglehorn is not super appealing. Guess I'll cut the Chalice. Alright. Hopefully I'll get to play a game with the same amount of mana than my opponent once. I'm kidding. Costarino and Lotus. Sure. If they play a 1 mana elf, I might just Vendor it. We don't have a lot of better things to do with Vendor right now. And we can just, you know, bounce whatever they play here. Start to apply pressure. Unexpectedly absent the next creature they play, and then Reflector Mage. And that's, yeah, you know, that's pressure and tempo. And at that point, we'll soon be reaching the point where we can start to use Karakas with Venser. Yeah, we could also, another line is just to not do anything and then unexpectedly absent the Tree Speaker when they try to level it up, but against a green-blue deck, I mean green, well, base green Ram deck, Jund, whatever you want to call it, with not much pressure in hand and nothing good to cast with Black Lotus, I think I'd rather do that. It would be different if I had something like a Frost Titan or a Wormcoil or anything in hand, but here I think we are just fine doing that and being a little bit more aggressive. And by the time they'll get to use these mana dorks, you know, it will be turn 4, so a little bit less impressive. And soon we'll assemble the Venter Karakas. We need just 1 more land. 2 more land drop. They might just level up the Tree Speaker here. In which case I hope we can drill into some type of interaction with it. Otherwise they'll have quite a bit of mana next turn. Deathrite Shaman, okay. Another card I think is very good at all, but in Vintage Cube it is, but I guess if you have enough fetches, why not? It's just not really something I would recommend playing. And what are you thinking about? If you had a Bolt, you probably should have used it on Venser last turn. Huh, interesting. I know I have Caracas, but I'll trade my Venser for the tree speaker, I believe. Any day of the week. Sure. Venser pretty much already did its job. I don't know, maybe the interaction with Caracas is so good that I should have kept it, but I can't do it yet. And let's impulse. Because if I draw Counterspell or Manlik, I will probably do that. Huh. Supreme Verdict, though. I guess we'll pick Verdict because there's a pretty big chance they get back the tree speaker and cast it. In which case, I'd rather Verdict everything away. They took the land, okay. That's a conservative line. I guess they have the Arbor Elf in hand that they are gonna cast though. Yeah. Sure. Best case scenario, they eat the Windswept Eat with Deathrite Shaman and play 2 mana dorks, but I don't think this is extremely likely. Oh, nothing? Jeez, that is surprising, I guess. I mean, they can eat that and gain 2 life, but doesn't seem like something they need to do. They are playing very conservatively, but I don't really get that in the sense that against a control deck... Oh, double lock here? Okay, sure. Against a control deck, you still need to worry about their late game. Like if they go for playing slowly, not putting a lot of things on the board, not assembling mana and whatnot, and I end up going land or Jutai here, they just lose on the spot. They just cannot come back. They don't have the tools to come back. They need the fast mana and the thing. So I'm surprised about these lines. Sometimes it's right to take it slowly, but here I really don't think it's the case. It might end up working out for them, but yeah, I don't really agree. I'm just gonna F6. Take 5. We'll have to Verdict afterwards and leave up Spore Spike. Especially since it looks like they are stuck on mana. And if you are stuck on mana, there's like really no reason whatsoever not to drop your elf. Like, it's not a spot where you want to play around Supreme Verdict. I don't think so. But, oh well. Sol Ring, okay, that's a powerful card. Raffles, okay. And Arbor Elf rebuilding, okay, sure. Well, hopefully whatever they are gonna cast next turn, we can counter it with Force Bag, because they will have quite a bit of mana. Yeah, that's really a lot of mana. That's what? Crucible. Yeah, I guess. Sure. I mean, at this point they will get more mana every turn, but it's not really a big deal, sure. Yeah, so they can fetch their entire deck, but they still cost them quite a bit of life, and again, mana is not really an issue at this point. It costs them quite a bit of life, that's what I'm trying to... I think I said mana, but I'm talking about life. Of course, if they fetch enough for us to get a miracle, it's not going to be good for us. But here they go down to 10, so Ajta is a 2-turn clock. Actually, a miracle doesn't even do anything as we have Caracas. I guess Ulamog would be game over as it would eat the Caracas. Unless we can force back it. Kozilek would be bad because they would draw a bunch of cards. But yeah, Emrakul is somehow... Well, Emrakul, if they hardcast her, they will actually get the turn and kill us. So no, never mind. Not the best thing. Any Eldrazi is going to be real bad here unless we can force back hit somehow. Looks like this might be what they are going for. I mean, they might as well go down to 6 because they don't need more than that. They might just be a little bit flooded though. I don't know what their last card is. Drawing a land was not ideal. Counterspell, please. Gimme O-Ring. Not bad. So we could O-Ring the Rathalos, which limits the potential for degenerate things in Emrakul, for example. They will still have a ton of mana, but not an insane amount of mana. It's still gonna be 11, and potentially more, but yeah. If I can, because Emrakul is pretty much game over. Emrakul plus 1 mana backup would be game. Whereas the other Eldrazi I could potentially beat. Yeah, I think we need to dodge Emrakul at this point. I think this makes sense. I mean, it's not dodging it now, it's just making them unable to cast that, because I guess now they can actually Ulamog and eat the Dragon Lord. Painful truce with 1 color. This sounds like a pretty desperate move. Look like they got a little bit flooded here, but honestly, I believe they... Sure, the Supreme Verdict is a problem and they need to play around that, but... If they give me too much time, they will just lose, because if I can set up a threat and a couple counterspell, you know, it's really bad for them. So, I'm not sure about their play of not casting that, and it worked out kind of fine at the end of the day, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure it's the right line. Actually, Angel of Sanction is probably good in this matchup. I should have brought that in over Pissing Needle, especially if they have some artifact hate. Mana Vaulted Black Lotus don't really care. We'll need to cast these carefully though. Since they don't have this card, but artifact hate, we'll just keep those in hand and just play them when we need them. Though Mana Vault we might have to cast on turn 1 if we want to go turn 2. Dragon Lord, for example, but yeah. The Angel seems like a better thing to have as far as answer to things goes against their deck. This looks like a fine matchup. I mean, Blue-White Control is generally pretty well positioned against, green Ram decks, and I don't think... I mean, they seem to have a pretty cheap deck with quite a bit of sweet card and card advantage, but still. Can we keep that? I don't think so. Still gonna keep it. I mean, we have Caracas, which has the potential to be busted, and the turn 2 Unexpectedly Absent is really nice too. It's close though, because obviously if we don't draw white and whatnot, we could be in trouble. This hand is also pretty soft to Strip Mine, but... I mean, if we have to keep every hand thinking about Strip Mine, it's gonna be a little bit problematic. Lotus Cobra, and then a fetch? Nope. Then I will bounce that, and pray that I hit a land. Gimme land. If I can just draw blue, 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 I think I win. Well, not bad. I guess if they have Manglehorn, this is a bit disastrous, but otherwise it's as good as an island. Maybe even better if they have Strip Mine. Yeah, I'm really worried about them destroying my mana, but if they can't, we might end up in a fine situation spot. And they do have the Manglehorn, obviously. Bad news bear. Well, hopefully we can dodge Street Mine this time at least. That's right, Shannon, looking pretty awful as it always should be and will be. I think we'll just kill the Cobra because it's a little bit of pressure and some mana for them, and we'd rather deny them these. And if we can just draw a couple lands in a row, we should be good, because next turn we could either go Force Spike, Snapcaster, Absent maybe, Glenelyndrad, and Treachery, and the turn where we'll hit, hopefully, 5 mana and be able to go Treachery, whatever they have, plus Dragon Lord should be game. They might be just off of black and or red. Maybe it was right to play Snapcaster and block something here, but I don't think so. Hero of Bladehold. Do we want a Hero of Bladehold? I think we do. Like, they don't have black or red mana, so they probably just cannot kill that, and it's gonna be a ton of pressure extremely quickly if they actually don't draw their land here. And they cannot set up a profitable block even if they drop a creature, because yeah, and good, it's good to get, I mean, they can blow up the island, which is really bad and sucks, but we got pressure on, and now, well, I guess now this gives them mana actually. Yeah, I guess if they go tap Deathrite, kill your Bladehold with some black or red spell, we're in trouble. So yeah, the top deck Strip Mine might just end up being game over if we don't draw well after that. But the Snapcaster line would not have been much better. At least now we have pressure, potentially, if they cannot deal with it. Looks like a Bloodbraid Elf though, so they will have enough board presence to into some colorless mana. I'm not sure how good this is for them. If I could draw blue, that'd be so good. Nope, no such luck. I don't think we were supposed to trade hero for their creatures. We'd rather wait, hope we can draw some blue. Yeah, Strip Mine is quite a busted card. They might still not really be able to do match. I don't know, I hope so. I mean, they obviously have one more Deathrite activation. They don't really have good attacks. I think there's a pretty good chance that if they had the Revolt, they would have used it last turn on the hero. It's much safer than playing Bloodbraid and hoping to double block. So, and hero is a problem, I assume, I hope. Well, if they can cast a 7 or Frailis can blow up the O-Ring. Or make an elf. Okay. Man, I'm pretty sure if I draw blue blue I win though. Sand is so powerful. It's so frustrating to get mana screwed by the opponent. Blue, please. Blue, blue, blue. Alright, good. I will just drop that and attack and start applying pressure. Hope they don't go for a triple block or a quadruple block of some sort. We want that trigger to resolve second because we want our warrior to be boosted. Okay. Yeah, we have pressure on the Planeswalker. I think this might end up not being too bad for us. Despite the game really starting bad, you know, as a whole. So yeah, the problem is that they will get to cast Manglehorn again, but we don't have any artifact anymore, so it's actually not a problem. We don't really want to put the Bloodbraid Elf on their top, though, obviously. But again, if they don't have the answer to the hero, you know, it looks like it's the case. Otherwise, they would have killed it by now, because they have colored mana from the Death Rites. They might be in trouble. Like Freyalise is not doing that much here, and like their best play last turn was Freyalise, and now we know they have less mana and they are drawing a Manglehorn. So I don't know. This was looking pretty darn bad, but now it's starting to look kind of fine. We're not out of the glue. I don't know if this means anything. I wish I could say, you know, this was a saying in my own language, but it's not even something like nobody says that in my language. We are not in glue. It doesn't mean anything. It's probably something I just made up. Because sometimes, you know, there's some French expressions, some French saying, and, you know, I kind of jokingly translate them into English, even though it doesn't mean a lot. But here it's like, it's not the case at all. Okay, yeah, sure. So I guess, I'm not even sure they really need the Cobra at that point. I guess it's mostly them knowing that Freyalise is gonna die and, you know, trying to use the last bit of her power. And I guess it gives them another creature to block the Blade Hold hero. Xenagos. Sure. Well, if we draw an island, we might end up stealing the Satyr so we have more power to attack with, and we can save our hero. No such luck. I think we want to ponder into maybe some Revol or a blue for next turn. Huh. That is pretty nice. That's actually perfect. I might have put these on top if I could have, you know, setted my library myself. Okay, that's actually great. Now we are definitely back in business. Let's tap that. So we'll just make sure we kill the Planeswalker. So this will attack Xenagos, this will attack Xenagos, this will attack Freyalise. Again, put the stack in this order. Freyalise, Xenagos, and they'll probably just let the Planeswalker die and take everything, but now the board is really awful for them, and it doesn't really matter that we are not dealing damage here. And we know we are drawing a land, so we will be able to go either Treachery into Glen, either Treachery into Dragonlord. So at this point, even if they top deck a land and get to cast something good between Lotus Cobra, Bird, and Shaman, we should be able to deal with that. At least I hope. I mean, it's not going to be an Emrakul, an Eldrazi-sized threat anyway. It's going to be a 7-mana threat, maybe. Like, if they go Avenger of Zendikar, we can steal it. We know they have a Manglehorn in hand that's completely useless. They probably have one good card, but I cannot really... Oh, Painful Truth is quite good. However, they will not get to cast something really strong just now, and that's going to be a lot of pressure on them. That's going to be a lot of pressure. Frost Titan will tap the bird. Also, they are slowly dying on timer somehow. I don't really know how, but they definitely are. Yeah, whatever. I believe we just Treachery the Beast. It's not the most threatening thing ever, but this way you can have some clean attack, make sure we kill Garruk, and we don't even have to kill Garruk, I guess. I don't even really think they can come back from this position anyways. This man... I guess this one will take Garruk. And... I will tap the birds. They have less colored mana. And I don't see how they can come back from this position. Maybe we had a kill actually. Let's imagine we tap Deathrite, then they jump here, and they take 17. So yeah, we had lethal actually. And now they can double chump block and leave. It's not a big deal though. I mean, they are completely dead. But I guess it's something you should think about, because they are tapped out, and if you tap one of the creature, they block the Frost Titan with the other and take just 17. No, 16 actually. I lied. So we did not have lethal. So we did not miss lethal. Okay, good news. Good news. Good news. Somehow they did not block the Titan though and died. Alright, well, we got there. The game was a little bit scary as we got stuck on mana, but the open draw was not so good. And Deathrite Shaman was really not so good here. Like, this card is not good. Don't play it. Don't play it. Unless you are playing 5 or 6 fetches in your deck, just don't. It's kind of nice with Strip Mine though. I'll give you that, but any mana elf is gonna be better most of the time. Llanowar elf and whatnot. In any case, we got there. Hope you enjoyed that second round. Thank you for watching, and see you for the grand final.